Hello everyone, and thanks for tuning in to the Financial Investor channel. My name is Brent, and today we're going to be taking a look at Motif investing. Some of the features that it has on the website that I really like, but it just doesn't compete with having to pay $120 a year. Plus all those trading fees that if I had used another like Vanguard or something else to invest through, all those stocks cost so much to just trade and buy and change. So here we are taking a look at Motif investing. So I currently do a subscription. So I have Blue subscription, and we can talk about this here towards the end. But right here, so we're going to get started. We're going to see that our main page, our dashboard, currently shows our portfolio value. So how much stocks, how much their value is currently worth, plus how much cash I have available, all within my portfolio. How many positions, so how much money I have invested right now into all the stocks that I currently am bought into. How much cash I have available, either by, they don't have dividend drip reinvestments on Motif, which is, you're going to get the money paid and then they buy the stocks for you. That's the way their kind of thing works. So you get paid and they take that money and they reinvest it into the stock that you currently, that paid you dividend. So it still hits your account and you still get the money. They just rebuy shares. So I think you're going to have to buy I don't know if Robinhood has the drip. I'll have to look into that. But anyways, it currently shows that I'm currently invested into two motifs. I have, it also shows up here the total positions value, how much my change today. So my change for today was 0.09%. So I went up a little bit, not too bad. I made 31 bucks, not too bad. And then I have my diversified dividend stocks. That went down 0.09%, and then I have my diversified growth stocks that went up 0.54%. So it kind of balanced itself out. And down below here, or on the side, we'll take a look here. It has my activity, so everything that I've looked at. Recently I looked at some techs and services, which is a motif I created. Both of the motifs that I'm invested in right now are ones that I created. You can make your own motifs and buy them, or you can look at what Motif Investing has. They have some pre-made ones, and you can invest in those. That's how I kind of started. I looked at an e-commerce one, and I invested on that one when I was just starting here. About 2 or 3 years ago, I picked that one because I had Amazon, and I was like, oh, you know what? E-commerce is a giant thing. It's going to be ruling, the whole, the whole web. You're going to get all your things are going to be bought through the web. So yeah, it was a good thing. So I invested through there first. So down here at the bottom, we do have our news and discussion areas. What everyone on Motif is currently doing. So 62% are buying, 38% are selling. People are feeling 100% bullish today. So those that are holding stocks are continuing to hold them, and they're buying more stocks. So they're continuously buying. So when I log here in the morning, I can see, oh, the stock is down. We're getting a correction. This will be like, actually I think during corrections, buy was even higher because we dipped so low that it was so cheap to buy, so people just bought more. Yeah, so here we have our news. So if we go to our news, we can see that our it shows news articles for every single stock that we're currently invested in, plus ones that we have added to our watch list. So that's kind of nice. It has some A&D stocks in here, or news in here. Have they topped out? And then talks about a bunch of stuff, and I can just go on and here and show more. And then here on the discussion board, I can see that some of the friends that I have on Motif Investing, you can friend users, and if you friend them, you can see when they add stuff to their watch list. You can see when they made a new motif. You can see when they buy or sold something. So that's kind of interesting too. So I have a couple friends on here that let's see what they're invested through and take a look at what they're invested in. And this guy said that he's celebrating 80% returns to finish its first year. So Ethan Heineck made 80% returns this year alone, which is great. And yeah, it just continues on with whoever else wants to plug in here and add information into the discussion board. So taking a look at motifs, this is one that was created by Ethan Heineck. It was created in June 24, 2016. It was last updated on April 22nd, so looks like he updates it quarterly. We can see its performance overall. So compared to the S&P 500, it's just outblowing it here. It started out right about the same, and then just blew, I don't know, crazy here, and it had that tech sell-off. Tuesday, I don't know that doesn't sound back in May. I don't remember that one, but yeah, Thursday, Friday was that tech sell-off. Thursday night it had tech sell-off, and then continued into Friday, and it looks like it dipped there, like almost 10%, no 5%, from 74.9 to 69% just overnight. So yeah, 5%. But it's climbed back up to almost where it was at. But if you're in this and you made 70%, 72% in a year, and you lost 5%, it's not too bad. You know that it's going to recover. And let's go back to our overview. So this is going to show you what stocks are in here. I believe there's probably around 20. Motifs can have between 1 and 30 stocks. It can be anything you want to have in there. It's just a combination. It's kind of like an ETF, only they're very customizable. You can put anything you want into them. So this one has Tesla, Micron, Google, AMD, Qualcomm, Apple, Dell. So gaming, it has gaming gizmos, has media. So it's got the FANG stocks. So Amazon, Netflix, Facebook, and Google all in here. And so this is something that's custom made, and we'll take a look at that here. We can also go to Motifs, and we could take a look at the pre-built ones. So we can take a look at each sector here. So there's value-based, energy, healthcare, financial. You can see that one of the financial ones kind of blew up there at 0.83%. We can see that there's a couple of red ones. Looks like finance had a lot of red ones today, so a couple of them went down. We can see what sectors did really well based off the coloring on the chart. So we can see that income strategies has a pretty light green, so that one probably went up, 2.43%. Whoops, there we go. And we can go down there and click on different ones. It's going to show us again. If we want to look at specific stuff, we can see what the 30-day winners, 30-day losers. So energy takeout down 16%, but clean tech everywhere went up 11%. Top performers for the for a 1 year, and dividend yield stocks. However, we can just build our own. And we're going to take what stocks I built my own. So I built a couple different motifs. Back, I didn't do a lot of stock building prior to this year. I had invested in a e-commerce one, so we can actually look the e-commerce one up real quick. E-commerce. Let's take a look here. Do a search, and I can see that professional one. Oh, here it is, professional. Couch Commerce, that's it, Couch Commerce. So this is one that I invested in 2015, and 2-year return, it's just been blowing up crazy. Amazon just kind of blew up recently, and it's just shooting up crazy. So this one's not as high, 45% return in a year, and that's one that I had for almost 2 years. Just kind of, I had a really high stake in Amazon and Alibaba, two ones that have been doing really crazy growth in the last year. I mean, Alibaba is almost 80% alone, JD almost 100%. Wayfair is really great, So this one I held for a long time. Looks like a couple of these discount e-tailers, they're not doing too well, but they help balance it out. I would actually drop those. You can customize. So if you were to buy this one, you can buy this motif as it is, or you can customize this motif, and you can see what others think. So buy or customize, looks like 14% of people customize this motif, 86% bought it. People are very bullish on it, and you can see that there's almost 5,200 people following this one. And you are paid if you get your motif bought, then you get $1 for the motif. So I have techs and services that's gone up 26% so far to date. I made it in April. I have warfare is modern. I thought we were going to go into a war, so I created a very warfare modern portfolio of stocks. And I have a game, Studio Fury. I really like this one. I was invested in this one for a while. And I have only Oregon stocks, so I'm from Oregon, so I was figured, I'll make a motif of just have Oregon ones, that way I can just take a look at it. But they're not doing too great. I've just made it in May. Tesla and Friends, 20 best dividend stocks, diversified dividend stocks, diversified growth stocks. So these are two that I invested in myself. And yeah, we'll take a look at the two that I'm currently invested in here second. And then you can look at your creator royalties. So right now, I think I only had one stock that was made. I had a couple. Yeah, I've only made $1. Somebody bought one of my motifs, and you get, there's a creator royalty program. So if you create a motif and people invest in it, you get paid $1 for royalty. And let's see, what else can we talk about here? Oh yeah, we're going to talk about the two that I invested in. So here's the Game Studio Fury. This is one that I had in, I was in it for a while, but with the tech sell-off, I decided to kind of drop it. I don't think I should have. I think it's been really good. Even that dip, that tech sell-off, I waited a little bit till it kind of recovered and then I sold it. And just this month alone, it's gone up 20%. So the total return is 10% or 30%, and the 1 month alone is 20%. It went down a bit Friday, but not so much. So this one, I have it split into different sectors. So 33% is online gaming. So on Activision Blizzard, they're about to release a Diablo 3 kind of not an expansion, but they're gonna have the Necromancer class come out. And I'm invested in Blizzard myself and my Dividend stocks because I really like Blizzard. They have a lot of games. Overwatch is one of their biggest one that just kind of, it's blown up right now. Change You, Take-Two Interactive, EA Games, a couple monitor stocks like LG. I think I have two LG monitors in front of me that I'm currently on. So their stock, they're not a bad brand. Sony, Microsoft. You can't find a computer at a business that doesn't have Microsoft Office, and now it's subscription based, I think. And they have, Skype sold Microsoft, Azure. There's just so many things out there that's currently Microsoft, and for a lot of the time I thought that, they had a monopoly, and then Apple rolled in with their systems and Linux and Unix. Anyway, so Sony Corporation, Logitech. These are semiconductors. Semiconductors are really blowing up too. I think it's mainly because Android and Apple. I think the one of the contracts ended with Apple, so they're probably looking at other stuff. And semiconductors are, when you activate Siri, you're talking to a semiconductor. And memory and graphics. NVIDIA, of course, it's been blowing up. It's got a pretty. So what I like about this one, it doesn't have the PE ratio. It doesn't have it. But overall, I think the PE ratio for this portfolio is about 20%. And for just tech stocks, that's actually really great. Tech stocks right now, you can't find a lot of them without a like Activision Blizzard has a PE ratio of 40. Change U is pretty low, and it balances out. Like Take-Two, that one's, in a month it lost 6%. So actually, this one's actually a pretty bad one. It's blown up so much, so fast, that I don't think it's going to increase anymore. I think it's got to its peak. I think they're a Chinese-based one. Take-Two, software developer. I think when I looked it up, they were a Chinese-based company. Anyway, so these are the two that I'm currently invested in. So I have long-term diversified stock. So this is just my diversified. Oh no, this isn't the one I'm in. I'm in another one, but we'll just kind of showcase this one. So I have consumer goods, technology, healthcare, and finance. So I have it really split up. Consumer goods, they're not going to go anywhere. People aren't going to just stop having toilet paper, or not toilet paper, just paper in general, because people, no matter how big businesses are, they're always going to have printer stuff. It's always going to have to be printed out somewhere, have a contract signed. Coca-Cola, they're just gigantic. Plus, they pay a nice dividend, 3.3%. So just owning the stock, it's at a pretty high point right now. They even have an overinflated PE ratio. I would expect Coca-Cola at between a 15 and 20. That would be pretty normal. But right now, they're riding at 28. General Motors, I don't think they're going to go anywhere. They'll just get bought out again, or Alteria, McDonald's. So those ones right here, those aren't going to go anywhere. Those are consumer goods. Technology, I own Cisco. Cisco hasn't been bad. They didn't get blown up with the whole tech. That's been, they dropped a lot recently. I think I will be investing in Cisco here. Cisco's not going anywhere infrastructure-wise. If you're if you're in IT, you have Cisco devices everywhere. The firewalls, you have the ASAs, the routers, the switches, the so many things. Cisco's involved in so much infrastructure. It's just crazy. And security appliances. And we have our Crown. That's a REIT. Verizon, they have a really high dividend yield. So a lot of times, Verizon's not going to go anywhere. They have a low PE ratio. I think they had something that I heard on the news recently that they're doing. They have a really high dividend yield. So right now they're really low, and I kind of want to buy them to have some shares. I think when I move over to Robinhood, I'm going to be buying shares of Verizon just because they're so low. They have a low PE score and they have a high dividend. That I can see myself just making money in the next year, even if it tanks, the economy tanks. They're not going to go anywhere. People are always going to have cell phones, and here in where I'm at, we always have Verizon, AT&T. Those are the two top competitors. Yep, AT&T's there as well. They're just down like crazy, but that just means their dividend's even higher, and their PE ratio is really low. Johnson & Johnson for healthcare, and they're not going to go anywhere. Colgate, they've been blowing up like crazy. Yeah. They used to have, I think, a little bit higher dividend yield, but they've just been going really high lately. Procter & Gamble, you can't have, Johnson & Johnson, Procter & Gamble, if you have a dividend investment, those two right there are going to be always in your portfolio. 3M Company, Caterpillar, JP Chase. JP Chase is one of the largest banking companies in the States. So, yeah, they're not going to be going anywhere crazy lately. And so let's take a look at my other one. I have the growth stocks. Now this one, I did some, I think I should have done more. I took a quick look at a lot of these when I was buying them, and this is one that I have, and it's changed right now. I just made it, I think in June. It doesn't show me here, but my return so far is 2.9%. Daily change is 0.5. Weight Watchers itself has done really well for me. They're up 1 month. They're up 24%. Technology have Paycom, Financial, PayPal. Healthcare, Zotis, they went down a little bit, but I can see them coming out here soon. I have CNH. Edison is my utilities, and then I have Embateladora. They're kind of a distributor for Coca-Cola. So Coca-Cola itself was really high. I wanted something cheaper that didn't have that high PE ratio, so I went with AKO.A, which is a little, it's something of Coca-Cola. It has a lower PE ratio, and it kind of stays consistent. It's got a decent dividend yield. So those are the two that I'm currently invested in, and that is Motif investing. So if you like this video, let's go take a look here at the blue subscription. So right now I pay $9.95 every month, and what that gives me is the auto invest. So I have unlimited Motif investments, so I can auto invest into as many of them as I want. I can auto rebalance any professional one. I can do all stock quotes are in real time. So sometimes on Robinhood, I think it's every 15 minutes the stocks update. Not 100% sure on that, but a lot of times that they don't update them at real time. But Motif paid is real time. I get market reports. I get commission-free trades, so I get 3 trade times. I get 3 real-time Motif or stock trades per month with unlimited next market open trades. So right now I can go and put in a trade right now, and it would be free for the next open market. I can do auto investments. I don't have any of that. I can do auto rebalancing. I can look at the market commentary for the Motif Capital. So we have the Trump effect, investing in national security. Security is a big thing right now. Cybersecurity, it's a big area. Yeah, investing in cybersecurity. There's been lots of viruses that have gone out, like the WannaCry virus, and so many of them. If you're in the financial business, you're going to hear about them all the time. So let's go really quick and just look at what the security Motif is doing. So they would be in technology, I believe, cybersecurity. So they're only at 0.49%, but taking a look at them here, they've gone up 22% in a year. They're not actually that. It's important, and it shows you what there's there. Symantec. They have a pretty low, they have a low dividend, and they don't have any PE ratio that's going crazy, so they're pretty solid. They've gone down a little bit in the month, but that just means they're a good time to buy. And yeah, it's cybersecurity. That was created by the Motif Investing. And they do offer a share the love, so you can invite friends, and they give you 3 months of free Motif Blue. But compared to Robinhood, where everything is free anyways, and if you invite a referral a friend, if you invite your friend or refer someone, you get a free stock up to $150 and a max of $500. So they have a much sweeter deal. And market's closed for another 30 hours, so that means I can't see my money go up or down. My assets. So that is it for this video. Hopefully you found it useful. If you have any other questions about Motif, go ahead and leave that in the comments below. I will be having Motif up until I have to resubscribe in July, and I'm actually going to be canceling that and moving over to Robinhood. So that is it. If you liked the video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for future financial videos. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see you next time. Bye.